Hello everyone. So welcome back to Dilip IT Academy and my name is Dilip Singh. Yes, as part of our microservices sessions, today we are seeing Spring Cloud Config Server. So what is a Spring Cloud Config Server? And continuation to that, we have concept called as config clients also. So that means we have to understand config server and config clients as part of our microservices applications development point of view. Yes. So generally, whenever we are working with microservices, assume you are having 30 to 40 microservices in your application, then every microservice is required DB credentials, for example. Then what we are going to do? We are going to provide DB URL, username, password, all this information individually at every microservice application.properties file level, right? So what is the point? What is the drawback here? We are adding the same data, repeated data every time in each and every microservice level. Okay, so tomorrow if there is a change in the credentials or is there any change in the URL, hostname or whatever it is, you have to update same information in every microservice again and again. So that means the maintenance of the configuration data becoming very critical in this scenario, right? So it's not a good solution. So in such case, if we are making same data in a centralized place, in a common place, and we are connecting that centralized configuration area to our microservices, and all our microservices are going to get configuration data dynamically every time from that centralized location. That is the agenda of Spring Cloud Config Server. So that means we are going to make sure the configuration in a centralized location which is commonly accessible by each and every microservice. So that what is the advantage we are going to get here? So if the same database credentials are taken as an example, I configured in one place along with config server. And now all my microservices are going to connect to config server whenever I started, and those are all going to get that data dynamically, and those microservices are going to scale up by using that config data. So if tomorrow if there is a change in the DB credentials as we taken previously as an example, so I'm going to make change in only one area in a centralized configuration area, and automatically the same change will be reflected to each and every microservice level. So that means the main agenda in this case is all about externalizing the configuration data as well as centralizing the configuration data with respect to all microservices accessibility. So here we are going to deal with specific to microservices as well as common to all microservices. Two types of configuration data we are going to have, and we are going to deal these two types of configuration data as part of our Spring Cloud Config Server. And after that, continuation to that, we are going to have one more session, Spring Cloud Config Clients.